right in. I'm going to shut up because you're not here to see me. I'm going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Feige! Welcome, Mr. Feige. How are you?
I'm very, very good.
Good.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I snuck out there to watch that piece with you guys because it still blows my mind. The Guardians of the Galaxy that comes out next Friday.
By the way, I went to you let me come to the premiere, and it is honestly, it is beyond any, and I swear I'm not just saying that because you're here, but James Gunn has managed to make a visually stunning film that is hilarious and action. It's absolutely go see it.
But it is our 10th Marvel Studios movie. The 10th movie that takes place in our cinematic universe, and I can't believe it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, because it always starts in this room. It always starts with you guys in this room. From John Favreau walking out there in 2000, whatever, 6 or 7, it's been amazing. And we put that piece together just for this room. And it's very, very cool. What's exciting, particularly this year, is we had a movie called Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Guardians comes out this Friday, and I love the notion that you guys are just as excited for a part 2 or a part 3, something that you've already seen before, the next adventure, but you're just as excited for something fresh and something new. And what we're going to talk about today is 2015, where we're doing a very similar thing. We have a movie called Avengers: Age of Ultron that comes out. And then we have something new. Ant-Man is finally coming out. And you want to meet some people involved in Ant-Man? The director of Ant-Man, Peyton Reed. This is the first time visiting Comic-Con for both of the Ant-Man I'm about to introduce you to. Paul Rudd. The villain of our piece, his name is Darren Cross. We also call him the Yellow Jacket in the film, Corey Stahl. And there have been some rumors recently about who's playing this part in the film, but now finally confirming, no more rumors, playing the daughter of Hank Pym, Hope Van Dyne, Evangeline Lilly.
Your 2015 Ant-Man cast. Let's start with Peyton Reed, who, if you had any question as to whether or not Peyton might be the right guy for this job, what number of Comic-Con, San Diego International Comic-Con, is this for you, Peyton Reed?
This is my 20th anniversary visit to Comic-Con. 1994 was the first summer I went to Comic-Con. It was the year Jack Kirby passed away, and I have been every year since then, I think minus a couple of years when I was shooting.
And what was the punk band in high school that you were in?
Oh, yeah.
I was a drummer for a time in the 80s in a punk band called Johnny Quest, and in addition to being the drummer, I was in charge of drawing the flyers for the shows, and we did a show I think in 1988, and I drew a sort of a rip-off of Avengers #1, where all the band members were members of the Avengers, and of course Ant-Man was an original Avenger, and I drew myself as Ant-Man, and I would love to...
Did they bring that? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. That's that sweet new Johnny Quest LP that all the kids are digging.
There's going to be a big reunion.
Is that you down on the drums?
That's me flying on the twin snare drum thing. Flying Carpenter Anthem.
Peyton did not tell us this when we met him for the job. It wasn't until long into he's already been working on the film that he brought this out. And he didn't tell Paul. I just told Paul about it and Michael about it yesterday. So his fandom runs deep.
I'll get you a cassette of the musical.
I have a Walkman right here. I can totally play it. I can totally play it on the Walkman. Paul Rudd, congratulations to you. You've never been to Comic-Con. You've never sat up on this stage before.
This is my first time here.
They call that a Comic-Con virgin.
Yeah.
I'm a Comic-Con virgin. What?
Don't shout "pop the cherry" at him. That's disgusting.
I didn't even.
It's a human being. How dare you?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm popping my Comic-Con cherry.
This is it.
And it is as advertised. This is unbelievable.
If you're gonna do it with 7,000 people.
Hey, right?
So, how does it feel to basically to come into the Marvel Universe as, you know, what will probably be another like tentpole? Like you're gonna be this guy for a while. Like, what does that feel like?
It's a mind bender. It's so exciting. I'm so honored to be a part of it. It's really thrilling and it's kind of tough to wrap my brain around. I mean, I've been doing this as a job for a while, but this is a whole other thing. And I'm excited by the challenges. I'm thrilled to be working with such great people, and looking forward to seeing how it all is.
Mr. Michael Douglas. I never thought I would say this to you, but we're also popping your cherry as well. It's very awkward.
I popped enough cherries.
Don't think I don't want to just talk about that for the next hour. What has the experience been like for you to come in as Hank Pym, and what do you see? What do you envision for the character?
Well, you know, I've always vicariously looked at Marvel films from afar with tremendous envy. My entire career has been making up of doing kind of contemporary movies without any special effects or anything, to sort of have the joy and the love of all these fantastic tools that so well done. And the Ant-Man story is a wonderful story, and sort of be surrounded with Peyton, Paul, Evangeline, Corey. I'm just looking forward to a real trip. This is sort of based upon a comic and started out in 1962. Stan Lee wrote about Dr. Henry Pym, who was an endocrinologist, also physicist, a metallurgist, and basically developed a serum to make a person reduce themselves to the size of an ant, but with the strength of a human being, and then went beyond that, more importantly, to learn how to communicate with ants, because ants are armies. Mm-hmm. And so this is basically the story of a heist. His partner, Corey, plays that role, which has taken the company in a different evil direction. And I have found a mentor in Paul to take over my position as Ant-Man. The only trouble is that Paul is in such great shape, such incredible shape, that the physique, the Ant-Man bodysuit just didn't, we had to soften it up. Just to make him look good.
Startling.
We're the first Marvel movie that's spending a lot of money on CGI to remove muscles from them.
Smooth those out.
It's where most of the budget is going.
Let's just bring it down to a 4-pack, Paul. Evangeline Lilly, who has been all over Hall H today.
I got in the crowd and I was like, hang on a minute, I saw these people this morning.
Oh, yeah, this is
You guys, great wig. You're the comment girl in the front, she always has something to say. The pop the cherry girl.
Yeah. You
Right,
don't want to be referred to as that. But tell us about Hope Van Dyne and what your experience has been like so far.
My experience so far has been just evading the press. That's generally been my experience on Ant-Man. I've been at Comic-Con for 2 days now answering questions about Ant-Man. but officially saying I'm not in Ant-Man. So I'm very glad to announce it. I'm super happy to be here. I'm obviously playing Hank Pym's daughter. Hope Pym, say that 5 times fast. And I can't tell you anything else about her, because I don't know, I don't have a script.
Not yet. Now you're just to the point where you can say that you're in it.
I'm like, hi, I'm in it, I'm here. Glad to be here. Thanks, guys.
I mean, this has really been an incredible couple of years for you, just in terms of the scale of stuff that you're working on. So what is it, how do you sleep?
I don't do a lot of sleeping. Actually, in the last 6 months, I started learning meditative breathing practices, swear to God, just so I can get some sleep. I'm a mother, I'm producing my first children's book series, and finishing up the Hobbit series and starting this one, so I'm having a great time. Con is kind of my world. I mean, everything, it seems like everything I've ever done on the screen, you guys are right in frame. You're in the mix. Lost, right? So I started here in 2005, and I was in Hall H, and we were showing a television show that wasn't even on air yet, and this was still a packed auditorium, so much love to all of you. I love my people.
Corey Saul, also here, who's playing character. What can you tell us about Darren Cross, Corey?
I think that was about it. But well, you know, I was Hank Pym's mentee and a genius scientist as well. And I've taken over the company, and some very judgmental people may think that that's in an evil direction, but I think I'm just taking it into the future.
What can you, Kev, can you tell us anything about Darren Cross?
I think he did a marvelous job. He does, at a certain point, obtain some Pym particles, and begins to give Ant-Man a run for his money, and again puts on a suit that is called the Yellow Jacket suit in the film, and causes havoc.
So Darren Cross actually will be Yellow Jacket in the film, which is not previously announced. Now, you have to keep all this stuff in the entire time. So Comic-Con for you must be like an incredible release, where you can be open about everything.
Popping Cherry's release, this is a family event.
That's how families get made! That's how families get made! Some of them, a lot of them tonight. 7,000 families will get made tonight. In a weird Comic-Con pyramid scheme. But you guys you don't have any Ant-Man footage to show yet, right? Because you haven't started filming yet.
Well, no, we start filming in 2 weeks. We start filming on the 18th, Monday, August 18th in Atlanta. Come up, don't come by. So we haven't started filming the movie yet, but we filmed a little something to show you guys. Thanks to Peyton, thanks to Paul, thanks to Michael, and thanks to some of the visual effects tests we have in the works. Here's a quick look at Ant-Man.
Is that the whole panel?
We are releasing 2 movies in 2015.
Yeah.
The first one of the 2 is directed by written and directed by a man named Joss Whedon.
He's very injured right now.
Anybody who follows him on Twitter, he has released photos. Joss is not here. Joss is laid up in bed in London. He had knee surgery last Saturday. It was only after that surgery that the doctor told him, you should not fly because you will get all sorts of horrible ailments. He's tweeting some things tonight about it right now. I think all of you should sort of wish him well to get well very, very soon. Look at the pictures he's put on. They're very pathetic. They're very sad. However, there's some other people that have made the trip.
I like this groove.
That have come from various far-flung locales to say hello to you. They may be getting closer and closer as we speak. Lady Thor, Chris Hemsworth. The former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill, Kobe Smulders. The former director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, Sam Jackson. Captain America.
Some new heavy hitters joining this long bench of talent. We would like to welcome to the Avengers family, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Quicksilver! You loved him as Jarvis, you must now know him as Vision Paul! The man we've all been waiting for, Ultron himself, James Spader! And last but not least, the recipient of the second White Rose, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch!
This is good. This is good. This is supposed to happen. Welcome, Avengers.
Wow! Damn! I can put it on here for you.
Robert Downey Jr., first of all, let me please compliment you on your excellent taste in music and Michael Jackson's song that you came out to. It was phenomenal groove. So we'll just go down the line and talk to everyone. How do you feel? You've been Iron Man for a while, as you probably know, because you're you. How does it feel being here at Comic-Con, Iron Man, anything?
It just keeps getting better, and I'm so excited that we're all here. This is the longest bench of talent I've ever been a part of, and we got a real nice movie coming up for you guys next year.
I mean, in terms of all the films you've done, this is probably the first time that you're actually, I mean, you're genuinely part of this family of people now that's ongoing.
Yeah, and I become a little less significant every time, which is just fine. Because they're all so damn good. You're probably right.
Hey, Jeremy, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I'm wearing pants.
So, now that you've done this a couple of times, does this seem like old hat to you, or is it comfortable? Does it still seem exciting and new?
No, it's always thrilling, man. It's always like a new. Like it's a Friday next week, and it's going to be just exciting next Friday. It's always a brand new, amazing thing. Glad to be here. Very honored.
Every day you go to work, do you go, this is strange that I get paid to do this every day?
What I'm doing now?
No, not this. You're not getting paid for this. I mean,
I'm not getting paid for this.
No, this is free.
Jeremy was promised compensation. We're gonna have to discuss this.
We're gonna do a Kickstarter. We're gonna kickstart Jeremy's panel. But I mean, just, you know, getting over with this group of people and essentially being a superhero for a job. I mean, was this what you envisioned when you're like, oh, I want to be an actor? Like, is this anywhere near what you thought?
No. It's but a wonderful blessing. Meeting this guy over here, he's the one that convinced me and washed my car in a thong and said, you gotta be a hot guy.
Oh, yeah, Michael Bay style. That's nice.
He did do that. Yeah. He washed my car in a thong. It's amazing. I have photos. I'll Instagram that shit. But no, I mean, it's easy to want to join. Wasn't very hard convincing me to do it, and never envisioned it. But I'm glad to be a part of this amazing group of humans sitting at this table.
Yeah. Mark Buffalo, we did the panel for when the Avengers was first announced. There really wasn't a whole lot of footage, and we were at New York Comic Con, and you were on the panel, and at the time you're like, I don't really understand all this Comic Con stuff and what this is, and you did it, and since then it completely blew up. Did this exceed your expectations?
Slightly. By a huge margin, and they don't treat me like this at home, that's for sure. It's pretty, that's really nice, thank you.
Oh crap, just say it, Mark.
No, don't get him excited! That's when it gets bad! You have to keep his pulse down. Do people shout Hulk things at you just out in public?
People don't even know who I am other than Hulk. I walk down the street and they're just like, yo, Hulk! Hulk!
You should just go, the name's Banner, and then just keep walking.
It's actually Banner.
Chris, hey, how's it going, man? You are in exceptionally good shape.
Yeah, I just hang out with these guys.
Guys, just stop it. Stop it! That arm is the size of my torso. What has Thor meant to you all this time?
I mean, as these guys said, this is, for me, the same thing. One of the best experiences I've had on a set, off a set, to work with this group of people and to bring this character to life and be part of this madness is just an honor.
Is there anything that you haven't done as Thor yet that you feel like, oh, I just really want to do this thing as Thor? I really want Thor to do this.
Turned him into a woman. I don't want to speak too early and jinx it, but I think it could be my Oscar. It's going to be a big transformation, but I'm willing to take it on.
You can do it.
Pause while everyone stops to picture you in a dress and then has a lot of feelings.
You'd be an ugly chick, man, I gotta tell you. You'd be ugly.
No, he's got that pretty girl hair. I think he'd be fine.
I got a couple of nice wigs.
Kobe Smulders also moving back. Hey.
Hi.
Maria Hill.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Just hanging out with a bunch of people up here.
We were talking about it backstage.
People.
Yeah, we were talking just a little bit about stage, like what a whirlwind is it? Like you basically swoop in and do this, and people scream and cheer, and then you leave. Do you get to enjoy the Comic-Con at all?
Yeah, not the going on the floor or anything, but it was my first time doing a signing with these guys, which was pretty incredible to get to meet people and sign pictures and kind of connect for a second. So.
Excellent. And did you I think we talked, you didn't expect like this would just keep going on and on for Maria, right?
No, I hoped, yeah, but when Joss is the one who kind of brought me into this world, and I'm sorry he can't be here, I'm sure he wishes he could be, yeah, he kind of brought me into this world, and it's just been fun, I just keep going on the films and on the TV, and I'm so grateful.
Excellent. Sarah Jackson, does it, do you feel-
I can't hear the question. Please, silence.
Does it feel good to put the eye patch back on? Because I feel like last time we talked about it, you're like, I bump into stuff a lot because of my depth perception with the eye patch on.
I was smart enough to figure it out. It's not running into things, and I just keep my head to the right. And it all works out fine. I've got that down pat.
Good.
Got that down pat now, Kevin. You can cancel your insurance. Everybody's like, huh?
So how do you feel? Like, how do you think Nick Fury would react to this type of reception?
You know, Comic-Con is phenomenal. It's totally amazing. It's like every year, I've been coming here since like episode 1, Star Wars. Seems like every year I come here and it validates the fact that I belong and I get all this energy and love from everybody. It makes me feel like going out and making movies for the rest of the year. We make movies because we want to entertain you guys, and I make movies because I want to see myself in them. This is the perfect combination for me. All this love, and it just energizes me, and I can't wait to come back next year with the next one.
Now let's go over to Chris Evans.
Down the line thing. This is intimidating.
It's very intimidating. The whole time you're like, what am I going to say? What's my answer going to be? What's going to be? I heard a story that I wanted to confirm from you, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that when you and Hemsworth first started working together, that you guys were like comparing like muscle rippage, and you're like, but how do you get this little piece right here?
There's no comparison. I mean, come on. It's very difficult to stand next to him. He is Thor. It's not just a costume. He is enormous. It's difficult to try and keep up.
How do you keep up? Like how long is your workout year?
Magic, CGI, stuntman, and you know.
Congratulations on the success of Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Do you feel like at this point that Steve, the Cap is like fitting? Does he feel more acclimated to this world yet, or does he still feel a little isolated?
Well, no, I think he's getting there. I think we're past, he's not just, amazed at cell phones and the internet. I mean, I think he's up to speed, but I think he's still looking for a place to belong. He's for so long been a servant. He fits in as a soldier. He's used to kind of this chain of command, and since S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of fell apart in the last movie, it's more about this group of people depending upon each other without kind of a clear leader, and I think he's searching for, home.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome Aaron Taylor Johnson. Who we just get a peek of a little bit. How has it felt coming into this established world with all these people who've been working together as the new guy?
Yeah, pretty overwhelming. And surreal, and I was flattered to that Joss and the Marvel guys approached me for this, and don't hesitate. It's huge. It's incredible to be a part of this gang, and great actors, and
Was there anything about doing a superhero film that you never envisioned before? Like what's different about it than other stuff that you've done?
What, the Avengers?
Yeah.
I think it's just the characters. You have such a dynamic between the group, and I think what Joss did with the first one was it seemed like a mission completely impossible to do, but everyone had their moment and stood out. And what's beautiful is you get these kind of characters in the same room and they bounce off each other. There's banter, humor, and it's and he has that tone where it can have a journey and be emotional and sad at moments, and light-hearted and action-packed. It's I thoroughly enjoy all of the Marvel movies, and was so excited to be part of this one.
I I'm very excited to see Paul Bettany make the jump from voice to a man on screen.
Yeah, they're now going to make me work for my money. I used to turn up to a dark room for 45 minutes and get a bag of cash. and now I have to work.
So how's that experience been for you?
Everybody's been incredibly welcoming, and it's been, it's the most, it's exciting for me. It's been the most exciting thing that's ever happened to my children.
Do you get cool dad points for this?
They simply had no interest in what I did until this moment. So that's been cool.
And now all the neighborhood kids are going to be turning up at your house and asking you to do the voice. And
yeah, I've had to keep this secret for a year and a half, and so have my kids, which is pretty impressive. At school, that they just didn't breathe a word out.
That you know of.
That I know of, exactly.
Welcome, James Spader. Have you been to Comic-Con before? Is this your first Comic-Con?
I came last year to Comic-Con for a TV show I do called The Blacklist. And, I just want to say something to all of you guys.
Stargate!
I've always thought my whole life that life could never get weird or crazy enough for me. And I gotta tell you something, this place may be the weirdest, craziest place.
Congratulations.
It's because of all of you guys, and so I thank you for that, because it is really fantastically crazy here.
You should pat yourselves on the back, everyone, that you are now a part of James Spader's weird fever dreams. So what can you say about Ultron, and what is your approach to the role, and kind of what you want to bring to it?
I play an 8-foot robot in this movie. And it was I've always played humans up until now. And it was, shooting this film was as startling and surprising and challenging and exciting as coming here, truthfully, for the first time. Doing this film was, everything was so entirely new. The process of making it, playing this character, all of the people, the world that I was entering, even the world that these movies inhabit, not just in terms of story and place and people and so on, but also just the part of the movie business that these movies inhabit is entirely new to me. And it was just unimaginably exciting. I mean, just unimaginably exciting.
Also, welcome Elizabeth Olsen.
It's like quite a list of people to follow right now.
It is, and you're the last one. Oh, this better be good.
It doesn't feel that great.
No, it's good. And so you're the other new character on the block, so to speak, in terms of Scarlet Witch. And so, what has your experience been like coming into the group and being the new gal?
It's been awesome. I was first really intimidated by all of the people I was going to potentially work with, and then everyone was incredibly welcoming, and it's just been so much fun. And it's